What is up, financial family? It's your boy Financial eBucks, and I'm back again with another video. So the topic that I'll be discussing in this video today is in regards to why inflation rates will continue to rise. The one thing you have to understand is that at the end of the day, the world government is at work to destroy us, right? What they're telling you now, especially here in the States, is that inflation rates are transitory in the sense that inflation rates are only increasing right now because people are going back to their jobs, in that the economy is trying to stabilize. But once the economy stabilizes and people have returned back to their jobs, inflation rates are going to start to decrease. But in all reality, that's a lie. Why is it a lie? Because at the end of the day, you guys have to realize that AI is coming out right now, right? Artificial intelligence is coming out right now in the forms of drones and robots in order to be able to take jobs from every single American, right? So anybody in America right now that has a job should be cautious of AI, right? Artificial intelligence in the form of drones and robots. They are coming in the forms of drones and robots in order to be able to take jobs from every single American. And so the one thing you have to realize is that once those drones and robots take jobs from every single American, Americans are basically going to get paid by the government, right? They're going to get paid by the government in order to be able to stay at home and collect more unemployment and stimulus checks, right? So even though they're claiming that inflation rates are increasing to be able to help the economy, the reality of the situation is that once AI has come into full effect, even though they've already started, because there's many drones throughout the world that are delivering packages and helping people out, right? There's going to be a drone and robot for almost every single job, and they're not going to need assistance from human beings anymore. So jobs are not going to be there anymore, right? At least for human beings. So they're going to get paid to stay at home. They're going to be collecting this money, right? And even though they might be collecting the money at first through paper money, right? The dollar bills, the United States and the world is already in a lot of debt. But let's focus on the United States for now, right? The United States is already in a lot of debt. So there's going to get to a point where that debt is going to accumulate and they're not going to be able to print out any more paper money. So what are they going to do? Once they're done printing out paper money, they're going to switch over to what is called the Fed coin, right? Which is a digital type of currency. And I'm telling you, once the United States switches over to Fed coin, every other country in this world is going to switch over to Fed coin, right? That Fed coin is basically going to be step two. Step one basically was when President Nixon in 1971 basically gave up on the Bretton Woods Agreement, which basically backed the dollar by the gold standard. And he basically took the dollar off the gold standard, which allowed the United States to start printing paper money, right? So other countries as well too followed that trend and started printing out paper money because the United States was doing it. There might have been some countries as well too that started doing it before, right? But at the same time as well too, all countries are printing out paper money, right? So with them printing out paper money, you have to realize that the more paper money they're printing out, the more the currency is losing its purchasing power. The more it loses its purchasing power, the more it decreases in value. So basically it's leading to the devaluation of that currency, right? So all of these Americans in this specific example are getting paid to stay at home while they lose their purchasing power, not realizing that there are certain assets that you can invest in order to ensure yourself from losing your purchasing power. For instance, gold, silver, gold stocks, crypto assets, right? Some people might say that crypto assets are volatile, which they are. They definitely are volatile, but it is people's money compared to you. Are you using the government's money? So it's basically decentralized banking versus centralized banking, right? It is controlled by a system. So there's a system set in place that controls the banking of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, all of them, all the crypto assets, right? Central banking is manipulated by the leaders of the country, right? And leaders of the countries. So therefore, they have the ability to decrease your purchasing power. But with crypto assets, since they're volatile, they have the ability to go up in value and go down in value. But it's not controlled by human beings. It's controlled by a system. Therefore, it's somewhat of an insurance to be able to help you protect your purchasing power, right? But at the same time as well, too, the better ones, in my opinion, would be gold and silver, right? But at the same time as well, too, a lot of people are unaware of this. So they believe that the value of the dollar from 2000 is the same value of the dollar in 2021 or 2022, or how it's going to be in 2022, so that they believe deep down inside the best thing to do is to work for money, right? When you work for money, right, you are basically giving your time, your energy, your effort, your sweat, your tears towards money that the government is consistently and constantly printing, which is lowering its value. So you're working harder for something that's of less value. What is the point? And repeat that again. You're working much harder for something that's of less value, right? And that is losing its purchasing power, losing its value. Your best bet is to start investing in things like gold and silver and gold stocks that are going to be able to help you preserve your purchasing power, right? And you don't have to work hard to be able to purchase these assets. At the same time as well, too, you need to be smart and understand the truths, right? These are the things that the world government is not going to come out and tell you. But on this channel, Financial eBucks, this is a financial education channel. We educate people. We educate older people. We educate the youth. We keep people awake and knowing everything that's going on, right? How does this relate back to inflation? It relates back to inflation because things like gold, things like silver, things like gold stocks are inflation hedges, right? Inflation hedges are basically things that you're going to be able to use to be able to maintain your purchasing power, to be able to help you from not dealing with the effects of inflation. What is inflation doing altogether? It's decreasing your purchasing power. It's decreasing the value of your currency that you're using. But if you have possession of these assets, no one can literally do anything to you, in the sense that you're not really going to be losing your purchasing power. Millions of Americans, millions of people in the world are losing their purchasing power. So what do you think they do when they get a hold of gold and silver? They leave, because they understand that if the government gets a hold of those assets that they have, they lose their purchasing power. That is a hedge, which basically helps you and protects you from dealing with the effects of the things that are going on in the economy, right? Inflation is only going to continue to increase from this point on, right? That's a prediction of mine. I believe it, and I stand by it. I believe that inflation is only going to increase, right? The dollar and other currencies worldwide, yuan, peso, British pounds, euros, they're going to continue to decrease in value. And as they decrease in value, all of these currencies are going to switch over to their own version of a Fed coin, which is basically a digital type of currency, which is going to help them to be able to track what their people are doing, and to track how much money they give them, and to track what they're spending that money on and what they're basically giving that money to spend on. So all in all, the world is heading towards communism and socialism. It's just a matter of time. It's not a matter of if. If you understand, you understand. If you do not understand, you do not understand. This is going to be the end of this video. If you like this video, make sure you go spam that like button, leave comments, share this video with your friends, subscribe to the channel at Financial eBucks, FinancialEBucks. Tap the notification bell to get all the latest videos that I post. It's going to be the end of this video. This is Financial eBucks, and we'll catch you later. Take care.